My name is Wilbur. I use they, them pronouns. And my fun fact is that there's a conspiracy theory in my family that I was born on Halloween.
Hey, I'm Klee Soup. My pronouns are she, they. And my fun fact for today is that I actually despise those, Halloween popcorn ball things that people give out. I think they're disgusting.
Okay, who likes those, though? Name one person that actually likes those.
I hope that nobody does, because I think that they're horrible. And, why?
No, literally, why would you give someone popcorn? You can get popcorn any day of the year. And it's, always weird and sticky and, almost caramel-y, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just have a little ball of actual caramel or, a little bag of actual caramel popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. But are we not going to address that the conspiracy is that you were born on Halloween?
Yeah, it's a long story, but essentially my grandmother, or some people in my family, maintain that I was born on Halloween very, very late in the evening. And since my parents are not a fan of Halloween, they fudged the time because my dad was a nurse at the hospital I was born at.
Halloween aunties.
Halloween
Horrible.
aunties, truly. And we're the Long Distance Roommates podcast. Woo!
Yeah, that's us.
Actually, technically today we're just the Roommates podcast because Leggie is not here with us today, and Kell and I live together. So this is quite literally just the Roommates podcast.
Yeah. Well, it's fine.
Leggie, unfortunately, is not going to be in the next couple episodes. I'm not exactly sure how many, but they have some stuff going on that they cannot record or stream currently. So this podcast episode is just going to be me and Kell. The next one, we're going to bring on a friend, probably one of the goons, and have them be our special guest. But for now, it's just the two of us because we're lazy and we wanted to be able to record just randomly whenever during the week. So we just decided it would just be us for this episode.
Yep. Easier for scheduling, truly.
So true. I could just look at Kel and be like, let's go record. And Kel's like, all right.
Yep.
Anyway, the theme of the episode today is, as you guessed it, Halloween. It is going to be Halloween in about a week when the episode comes out. So we figured we'd do a little Halloween episode, talk about our traditions, the origins of Halloween, and all that sort of fun stuff. So first of all, actually, though, Cal, where would you rank Halloween in your favorite holidays?
Definitely top 2, I think. Top 3 for sure. I think number 1, definitely Christmas. Number 2, I'm thinking Halloween. Number 3 is Thanksgiving.
That's exactly the same as me. For sure, Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving.
Top tier.
Yeah,
the best of the best.
The best holidays. And they're all, within the same 2-month period, so it's just, the whole season is festive.
Exactly. That's why fall and winter are just so much better. They're just built different.
I agree. Anyway, to start out, we're going to give a brief overview of Halloween as a holiday historically. According to History.com, who tried to make me pay to read this article, but I said no. Halloween is a holiday that's celebrated every year on October 31st, obviously. This year is going to be on a Monday, interestingly enough. Kind of gross, but last year it was on the weekend, so I guess we got our weekend holiday. The tradition of Halloween reportedly originated with an ancient Celtic festival called Samhain, where people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. So that's where we got the whole...
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, all the little, spooky ghosts, costumes type thing. And then the day after, November 1st, which is my birthday and also George Nut Fountain's, but we don't mention him, is All Saints Day. So that's the day to honor saints, I suppose. Halloween was originally, Halloween was originally known as All Hallows Eve. In Christian or more that sort of circles, Halloween is the day to ward off evil spirits and essentially say no to Satan, I guess. I'm not really sure. And then All Saints Day is the day to honor all the saints.
All the saints?
I don't... What
Who
is
knew?
a saint? What is a saint?
I don't
what
know.
Is that?
Aren't they just people who did really good things, and so the Christians or Catholics are like, that's a saint, wow.
I guess.
I don't know. I went to a Catholic university, and I still don't get it.
Oh, interesting. But essentially, originally the Celts, the Celtics believed that the night before the new year, which I guess they had as November 1st, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead got blurred. So on October 31st, Halloween, they believed that the ghosts of the dead returned to Earth, and that was when they got to celebrate them. So we're going to move on and talk about what we do and what we have historically done for the past on Halloween. So, Kell, what did your childhood Halloween look like? Go, take me through the day. Take me through the process.
Okay, so like a couple weeks before, every year we went to the pumpkin patch. We only carved pumpkins occasionally because it's really messy and it makes them rot a lot faster. But we always went to the pumpkin patch. It was, I love that pumpkin patch. It'll always have a special place in my heart. I love that little place. And sometimes we'd carve them, sometimes we didn't. We just liked having pumpkins. But that was not like on Halloween. That was just like part of the season. And then on actual Halloween, I mean, half the time it's a school day. So like you go to school in the day. But then you always got to put on your costume for sure.
Did you wear your costumes at school?
No.
Oh, you didn't do a costume day at school for Halloween?
No, my schools didn't really do that.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I actually don't think that I ever saw really. I mean, maybe a couple people did it, but like not really. But then in the evening, some years it would just be me and the souplings, going around trick-or-treating around our neighborhood. As we got like more like middle school-ish or like late elementary school, we would trick-or-treat with friends. And then we were never those kids who were like, let's hop in the car and drive to each house. No, that if you do that, I'm judging you.
That's cheating. That's frankly cheating.
I'm judging you. No, we walked in the freezing cold and sometimes the rain every time.
How cold was it?
I mean, it gets to like 40s and 30s around Halloween, or at least it used to.
Fair enough.
Where I grew up. So like, and like you're not putting a coat on top of your Halloween costume. That defeats the whole purpose.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, we definitely did sometimes. Like sometimes my parents were definitely like, foot on the ground, you're putting a coat on. But like, no. And then once we hit high school, trick-or-treating wasn't really in anymore because we're too old for trick-or-treating.
You're too old for free candy? Huh.
Yeah. So we would just have Halloween parties. And then in college, I don't even think we dressed up at like high school Halloween parties.
Lame. What did you even do? Or you just went and like?
I mean,
yeah. It was just like a normal party, like it wasn't.
Yeah,
Halloween.
It was basically just a party, but it had like Halloween theme. But like, I don't really think people really dressed up that much. I think sometimes it depended on the group lame. You were with.
That's really lame.
Yeah, and then in college we had parties and we always dressed up. If you weren't dressed up in a costume, you couldn't even show up, like Good. Literally.
Out of embarrassment, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And then in college, we would just buy a bowl of candy and just have it in our room for the whole month of October, you know?
Nice. That's what we're doing now.
Yeah. So that pretty much summarizes my Halloween traditions.
Very fun. My Halloween traditions are very different because my family did not celebrate Halloween. So we celebrated something called the Fall Festival, which just so happened to be on Halloween.
Of course it was.
Yeah, because, you know, they didn't want all the little religious Christian kids to feel left out. So it was an event, like, you know how some churches do like trunk or treat? We didn't even do that because that was too close to trick or treating, which we were also not allowed to do. Which truly I don't understand why, because it's not like going up to a random person's house and getting candy is like satanistic.
Who knows?
I don't really know. Anyway, point is, we would go to our church and they had like the big open room where they did like the sermons and they'd have a bunch of little games, like little generic games, like toss the basketball in the hoop. And then if you get candy, they'd have huge bins of candy, and you get to pick out candy and like put it in your little basket and like go keep moving. So like we still got the experience of like going home Halloween night and having a big thing of candy. But it just wasn't the same. But typically what we did around Halloween was we get like costumes like a couple weeks beforehand. We like would put out like scarecrows and stuff, and like we didn't carve pumpkins or anything because I don't know. We just didn't. But on the I vividly remember like every single Halloween on like the morning of when it, because I was homeschooled, so like we didn't have school to go to. That we would have like a bake sale at like, I don't know why, like every Halloween there would be some sort of bake sale. But I remember like every single Halloween going to this bake sale like fundraiser thing, and I truly don't know why, but it was kind of fun because it was like, oh, I'm waking up early and it's chilly and I'm going to sell like treats and I'm getting excited to like go get candy and dress up later. The one year I went to high school for one semester, and unlike your lame ass high school, people did dress up on Halloween. So the one semester I went to high school, everyone was dressed up. At that age, like no one was really going trick or treating, so I kind of missed out on that entirely. But you know, at least I got the high school going to school on Halloween experience, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the best part of Halloween.
Yeah, but like Halloween night, I always remember this too because my siblings and I have two siblings, they're both younger, but we would go home after getting all our candy and we'd dump all the candy out on the floor. And we would trade candy. So, like, if I didn't like a certain candy and my brother did, like, we'd trade. Or, like, if my sister really wanted a candy, we'd, like, trade her. Be like, okay, well, you give me this and I'll give you this. Yes. So we always did that. That was always a fun little occurrence every Halloween evening.
We did that. Classic sibling bartering. Did your family... My parents did this thing called the candy tax.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah, every night. Before we'd get, like, after we could only have candy after dinner, and we could only have, like, 3 pieces. But before you could eat your candy, you had to pay the candy tax, where you had to give each parent a piece of candy that they liked.
See, we didn't have any rules about, we could just eat as much candy as we wanted whenever we wanted, because the dentist told my mom one time that it was better for us to eat it all at once and get it out of our system than spread it out over time, which makes no sense. But so we just ate candy like all day Halloween night, and then all day on my birthday, and then all day on the day after, and usually we ate all the candy. But like our parents would just be like, oh, give me some candy, and we'd just give them some candy, or they'd just take some. So
yeah, we had a whole economic system in my house.
That's funny.
We're out here paying taxes, like, you know how it is.
Truly. Yeah, we were not as structured as that, but I always had good memories around Halloween. It was always fun. I always enjoyed it. And of course, on Halloween, you got to wear costumes. So what was your favorite Halloween costume that you've worn in the past? Or your top, like, couple favorites?
Okay, so I have 2 that immediately come to mind. There's one when I was really young. Not like really, really young. I was maybe middle school age. It was when I was in my Doctor Who phase.
Of course.
I convinced my mom to make me a Weeping Angel costume, and to this day, I think it's the best costume that I've ever had.
That is really funny.
It was incredible. We just, like, found one of those. We, like, got, like, a Weeping Angel mask, and then the rest of the costume was completely, like, handmade. Which was kind of fun.
So was it, like, just a dress that was painted gray?
It was, yeah, well, my mom, like, sewed it.
Like, actually homemade.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I love that costume. It was iconic. Truly horrifying. You know, in true Halloween spirit, horrifying. Yeah. People were like, what are you?
That's kind of funny. That's also such a niche. Like, literally, the Weeping Angels show up in, like, what, 2 or 3 episodes out of, like, 700?
I don't know. I think they're in a decent amount. Especially once they've been revealed, they show up a couple times.
I can only remember, like, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But what's your other costume?
So my other one is in college, freshman year. my like little friend group, we'd been watching American Horror Story, and we'd just watched the Coven season. And so we all went as witches from American Horror Story Coven. And
that's fun.
I looked so good. That's why I love it, because I looked banger.
That's cool. That's really cool.
But that was those two, iconic. And then like one year in college, I didn't really feel like trying as much, because I was like, whatever, I just want to be comfortable this time. So I got a little bat jacket, and I just wore like black, and I was a bat. Oh,
I do.
Just
that jacket. That jacket is cool. I do like that jacket.
Mm-hmm.
That is a cool jacket. I dressed up as Obi-Wan Kenobi 3 years in a row.
I never did the same costume twice. I could never.
I was truly obsessed with Star Wars and Obi-Wan Kenobi. This was when I was like decently young though. I was like, I think it was like 9, 10, and 11 maybe. So it was like fine, but it was like it actually was kind of a cool costume. Like I think we also made it. And I had like obviously the little lightsaber. I did not put fake facial hair on though. And everyone just was like, oh, you're dressed as, like, people would be like, oh, you're dressed as a Jedi. Or like, oh, are you like Princess Leia or something? And I would get so mad. And I would be like, no, I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. Are you blind? Like, I would get so annoyed that people would just assume I was like a random Jedi or like a girl Jedi. Because I was like, I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm the best one. So that was always funny. I would get very salty about it. My other favorite costume is when I was in high school, I think, I dressed up as Castiel from Supernatural. And the only reason I think that was a good costume is because it was perfect. I had like the long tan trench coat that I just somehow found at a thrift store. I had like the suit like stuff. It was a good costume.
Love that.
I also dressed up as Scarlet Witch once, and I painted the jacket myself, so I was very proud of that one. That was also high school. Cool. I think I have photos of that somewhere. That was a pretty good one. What are some Halloween costumes you want to do in the future? Do you have any like plans for like?
So, I don't have like any specific ones that I'm like, oh my god, I have to do this. But I like using Halloween now as an excuse to do like kind of low budget cosplays. Because I think cosplay is super cool. And I'm super interested in it, but I don't have the time or money to go, like, all out. So I like using Halloween as, like, a little cosplay moment. Yeah. So just truly, I don't have any specific ones, but I would just love to do more cosplay stuff.
So do you have any specific, like, cosplays or costumes in mind that you want to do in the future? Or just, like, generally want to do that sort of thing?
I guess specifically, I think it'd be really funny to do Phil and Kristen. Yeah. Like the Philza Mumza combo. Also, just like, since we're like together and everything, I want couples costumes.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I think most of the time we should definitely be doing them. I'd love to do some Marvel ones.
Okay.
I'll fight you on that. We'll do it.
All right, sure. Yeah, I definitely, I want to do, like, Kristen and Philza, and I want to do, like, all the classic, like, couple-y ones. I've never dressed up. I've never, like, done a couple costume. My ex, I don't think we dressed up. I don't think my ex and I dressed up when we lived together. I don't think we even handed out candy, because they were tired. We were both tired. I don't understand. I don't remember, but I've never done like a couple costume, so I feel like it'd be fun.
Yeah. Do you have any costumes you definitely want to do for sure?
Again, Philza and Mumza. I want to do, and listeners, I don't know if you've heard of this podcast that I love, and I am very hyper fixated on it, and I made Kell listen to it, and Kell likes it.
I do, quite a lot.
It's very good. It's called the Magnus Archives. It's like a spooky podcast. But the main characters, John and Martin, are canonically a gay couple. So I want to do cosplay as them. That's our backup costume for this year, actually, because it's like generic. Also, just like, DNF would be a funny one. It would be funny.
We have to do it one year.
Yeah, we are gonna have to do it one year because it'd be kind of funny.
We'll have to.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah. So moving on, in the realm of candy, what is your favorite? Oh, actually, first of all, right off the bat, do you like candy corn? Yes or no?
Sometimes. Occasionally.
Okay. I love candy corn personally.
Fairly.
It's very it tastes like wax, but I like it. I think it tastes good. I specifically like the little pumpkin ones. Those ones taste the best. But also, like, it's literally just like you're eating sugar in a wax format, so it kind of makes me feel ill. But like, it tastes good, so whatever.
Mhm.
But what is your least favorite What is your most favorite and your least favorite Halloween candy?
Favorite? Kit Kats. I love Kit Kats. Also, Sweet Tarts. A banger.
That's disgusting.
Okay. Whatever you say. Least favorite Halloween candy? Almond Joys. Get those out of here. No.
Good answer. So I really like the lollipops, the Tootsie Pops. Those are always a great one. I always like getting Tootsie Pops. Specifically the fruit flavored ones. I don't like the chocolate flavored ones.
No, that's
the raspberry ones. Those are my favorite.
I like the cherry.
Yeah, those are good.
I'm a sucker for cherry flavor.
Those are good. I like Swedish Fish a lot. And then anything chocolate. I like Three Musketeers. My least favorite is actually probably Sweet Tarts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I throw away Sweet Tarts if I get them.
No.
They're the only candy that I throw away. Almond Joys as well, just because I really don't like the
coconut.
Almond, the coconutty. Yeah, I can't stand the coconut texture.
It's fine. I'll just eat all the Sweet Tarts. I'll take them all.
Bold of you too soon. We're gonna get candy that has Sweet Tarts in it. Unless you can buy your own bag of Sweet Tarts.
I might.
Okay.
Bet.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna be having a Halloween party, and next weekend, and we're gonna be so when this episode comes out, we'll be having our party, and we're gonna be watching a bunch of Halloween movies. What is your favorite Halloween movie? This can be a horror movie or just like a Halloween themed movie.
So I'm gonna pick one of each of those two themes you mentioned. My favorite, like, spooky Halloween movie. It's actually kind of a franchise. I really like the Conjuring.
Oh my god,
franchise.
I knew you were gonna say that. Why? They're not good.
No, they're not. They're not good. I just like the vibes. I think they're funny, and I think that they are not like too spooky where I'm like, but they're spooky enough that I'm like, oh,
Yeah. On Halloween, since we're gonna be watching the first one at the party, you and me on actual Halloween should watch the rest of them.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And then, so my favorite non-spooky Halloween movie, Halloween Town. All of those. There's like 4 of them.
Never seen it.
Incredible. They're like High School Musical movies, but for Halloween, basically.
I've never seen them, but it is on the agenda to watch at our party, so I will.
So good. After we watch that, eventually I'm gonna make you watch the rest of them because they're truly classics.
Okay.
They're just like all the hype around like, oh my god, High School Musical, oh my god. It's like that, but it's Halloween Town. They're so good.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared to go back and watch it as an adult. I'm afraid that
it's
I'm afraid they're gonna be really bad.
Yeah, I'm nervous about watching Hocus Pocus because I've also never seen that one because I feel like it's just cringy. Like everyone loves it, but I feel like it's cringy.
I watched it for the first time last Halloween because my roommate was obsessed with it, and it actually kind of held up. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Okay.
So,
I've seen bits and pieces. I saw like 10 minutes of it at a Halloween party once, and then I zoned out for the rest of the party. So, My favorite non-spooky Halloween movie, and it's not a movie, but it's just so good that I have to include it. We're watching it this weekend, is Over the Garden Wall. It's a show. It's a limited series. I think it was on Cartoon Network, and it has Elijah Wood in it, who you may know as Frodo from Lord of the Rings. But it's just so good. It's like Halloween and also like just like fall Thanksgiving-y vibes, and it's like weird and like spooky, but like unsettling spooky. There's like 6 or 7 episodes, and it's just so good, and like the music's so good, and like the animation style is really cool, and it's just very aesthetic, and I love that show. I watch it every year before Halloween and then before Thanksgiving. You have to watch it twice, and then just sometimes randomly, because it's so good, and it literally takes like 3 hours to watch all of it, or like 2 hours. So like it's not like it's a long watch. It's like watching a movie. My favorite actual spooky movie, my default is Cabin in the Woods, just because that's just a default.
A classic.
It's a classic. It's a good one, and it's a good one. It has a lot of different aspects of horror in it. It's not actually that scary. So it's not like off-putting to new people. There's a decent amount of like, I guess gore or whatever you want to call it. It's good, and it's also kind of funny. I feel like there's another like also just like Us is really good. Us is one that actually scares me.
Us,
like,
I rewatch it and I'm scared.
You know, literally, like
I know what's happening and I know what's going to happen, and I'm still like
yeah. Like I've seen a lot of horror movies, and Us is one of the ones that actually spooks me and like weirds me out. Also that one movie we watched with your friends when we stayed at the lake house, Prisoners or whatever. I know that's not a horror movie, but that also freaked me out.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like a weird psychological, but that one freaked me out because it was like weird. I would not watch that. Like, I mean, I would watch it again, but I wouldn't like go watch it without knowing what it's about and doing a thorough check into it. Which is what we did the first time, but
yeah,
it was so
no,
good.
it like literally had like torture in it.
No, it was just horrifying, and like it freaked me out a little bit, but it was good and I liked it, but like
whew.
Yeah. So moving on from movies, I think you already touched on this, but what is your favorite Halloween activity to do that's not like trick-or-treating or like actually on Halloween? Like, I know you mentioned pumpkin carving, but, like, do you have any other Halloween-y activities that you enjoy doing?
The pumpkin patch, definitely, number one. Oh, also, what I did a lot in college was go to those, like, haunted attraction things. Mm-hmm. Those were kind of funny. And it's also... I'm chuckling thinking about it, but also a great way to, like, kind of get close to somebody and be like, oh my god! Like, listen, I'm genuinely not really that spooked by stuff. Like, that's just not really my personality. I'm kind of very... And also, like, when I get scared, I don't, like, jump or scream. I actually, like, kind of shut down and I go, I, like, kind of... But I would 100% play it up at these little haunted houses. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm scared! Hold my hand! Like,
no, that's what you gotta do. That's just what you gotta do.
Listen, you gotta be, how else are you supposed to be making moves, you know?
Yep. No, literally.
Yeah. No, like, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm scared! Hold my hand!
No, literally. I always liked going to haunted houses. I like going to the ones where they could, like, grab you, because I think it just added to it, because, like, I'm also not someone who really gets, like, scared by that sort of thing. So, like, going to ones where you just walked through were kind of boring to me. It was like, okay, cool. Flashing lights, that's not really scary. That's just going to give me a seizure. But, you know, well, I mean, I guess it is scary, but more because of the medical bills that are going to follow. But, so I went to one in Pennsylvania with a friend that was, like, you had to sign a waiver because they had real chainsaws and all that shit. That one was kind of fun. Again, I didn't really think it was scary because, like, obviously they're actors and it's fake. And so they're, like, grabbing your arm and I'm like, okay. Like, so I want to go to those ones that are like intense, where they actually like grab you and like.
And they can beat the crap out of you?
No, not like those. Not fucking McCanemy Manor. That's the whole different story. But like ones just where there are ones where they could like take you away from your party and like put you somewhere and like stuff like that. Like a kind of like escape room horror. Like, you know, the ones where like people chase you like through the place and you have like hide and stuff. I want to go to like one of those where it's not like they're actually hurting you, but like it's like there's an actual sense of like danger, I guess.
Yeah. Like, how do I get out of this?
Yeah, just because not that I need more excitement and trauma in my life, but like, But
like controlled trauma.
Controlled trauma. I'd like some controlled trauma.
Yeah.
But yeah, I realized that we're not going to go to a haunted house this season, which is a little sad, but we also just moved, so I don't really know of any.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are our plans this year? Let's talk about what we're doing this year. We do not have a costume yet. We are still trying to figure that out.
Maybe this weekend we'll figure it out. We're going to the pumpkin patch though this weekend.
Woo! We're gonna go to the pumpkin patch. I'm still trying to decide if we're gonna go to the one that you get a little hayride and there's a little corn maze, because I love a little corn maze moment.
I love mazes.
And they have like apple cider donuts and stuff. I kind of want to go to that one, but it's like $12 to get in, so we'll see. But then you also get a pumpkin and stuff. But then we're gonna watch Over the Garden Wall and carve our pumpkins, and we're also gonna go to Spirit Halloween because we need inspiration. I think we should just do DNF, but also the people that are gonna be coming over, only one of them is gonna know.
Yeah, everybody else will be here like, what are you guys dressed up as?
Yeah.
And we're going to be like...
Although, like, I'm assuming we're going to dress up in the same costume when we're actually handing out candy. And I guarantee you all these middle schoolers who live will know. They'll know, and they're going to, like, stab us is what's going to happen.
They're gonna harass us. They're going to steal our bowl of candy. They're literally going to run away with it.
They're going to, like, break into our house at 3 a.m.
It'd be like, not the Dream SMPers. We'll get like egged.
Yeah, so maybe we shouldn't do Dream SMP for actual Halloween. We don't want to get hate crimed.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we're just having a little Halloween party. We're having some friends. We're having some friends come from out of state, which is kind of fun. But the party is from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and we're just marathoning movies. I'm gonna make a bunch of Halloween snacks. I'm gonna make like a pumpkin roll, some little pumpkin like Oreo ball type things, like a little buffalo chicken dip. I'm excited to cook all this stuff. A little Spanish artichoke dip moment. But we're gonna have a bunch of little snacks. And we're gonna order pizza for dinner. Obviously, we're gonna have the Halloween candy and the apple cider. We should also get stuff for hot chocolate, like
we
marshmallows
have
and.
You mean like actual marshmallows? Yeah. I was like, we have so much hot chocolate mix now.
But that'll be fun. Then on actual Halloween, we both work, unfortunately, but
yep.
We'll get off of work. We
don't get Halloween off.
Yeah. We'll get off of work. We'll, get to watch our little movies. We live in a cute little neighborhoody area, so we'll actually have people come trick or treat, which will be fun.
Yeah, and our outside doors on the ground floor, so we'll actually like get people knocking.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of fun. So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
I just love Halloween.
Me too. It's a great day, and then it's my birthday, so then I could be annoying for 2 days in a row about a holiday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Although I'm gonna be at work all day my birthday, so.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, adults, love being adults. Any more Halloween things you want to discuss? Any things we forgot about? Any things you want to add?
No.
No?
I don't.
Okay.
Nope. I got nothing.
All right then. That concludes our Halloween episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys should please tell us what your Halloween costume ideas are, because I'm going to steal them. And also I like hearing people's little holiday plans. It makes me excited. But yeah, if you want to shout out yourself, Klee Soup. I guess I just did it for you, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Klee Soup. Klee Soup everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I was going to say Instagram, but that's not true. But yeah.
You never are on Instagram.
No, I haven't posted in like 2 years.
You haven't liked any of my posts from the past 6 months.
I don't open the app. Okay, I just don't.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
but Twitch is where you find me most of the time, 3 days a week, and then YouTube I post once a week. Haven't posted in 2 weeks because of TwitchCon, and also my computer almost died, but it's fine. And then Twitter, where I be saying nonsense.
So true. And I am Plant Will everywhere, PLANTWIL. And by everywhere I mean Twitch, where I never stream, and Twitter, where I tweet almost daily. So follow me on Twitter, because if you follow me on Twitch, you'll get a stream about once a month. Anyway, it's fine. I'll start streaming more, maybe, possibly, probably not. Anyway, but yeah, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for listening. And we're done. Say bye-bye to the viewers.
Goodbye.
To the listeners.
The listeners. Audio listeners. Love you to death.
Love you to death. Bye. Have a good Halloween.
See you next time.
Be safe. Have fun.